What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Ishana, it's your boy Bonds, it's your boy 2D from Geekz in the City. And before I get to this video, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks to everybody who wished me and my family support during this time. Recently, around April, the end of March, I came down with COVID, sucked a lot of dick, but get well soon and stuff like that. My mom got a recovery, she's recovering. She being extra with it, but she's recovering. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who for the get well. So I really appreciate it. And now we get to the important stuff. I'm not doing any let's plays or games right now. I'm just going to talk about news that came out recently a few days ago. If you don't know what Evo is probably one of the biggest fighting game tournaments in the world. Happens once a year. Based in America, basically all the top players from all the best games, all the best fighting games, or the circular games that are very popular around the time. Dragon Ball, Tekken, Street Fighter, Smash. Basically all these games and all the top players. Anybody can compete though. It's open for everybody, but all the top players, they usually go to this tournament to basically get the championship, whatever. It's basically well acclaimed. It's been, in the FGC for a very long time. And, considering all the BS that's been happening lately, they decided to cancel it. Just like E3, which is supposed to, it's like one of the two of the biggest gaming events of the year, just got canceled. And we already knew that E3 was going to get canceled. That was it. So, but instead of actually fully canceling it, they decided to do something a little bit more different this time. Subtracting offline for online. So basically, they're going to be having online tournaments, or basically like an online tournament in general for Evo with all these games. And it's kind of how people got a lot of people in the mixed feelings about this, because most of these games that are on the roster for this year for Evo doesn't have very good net play. Like, the games are ass, right? The games are great, you feel me, offline, but playing these games online, it strikes a lot of nerves, because everybody knows that these games, all of these games on this list, or mostly all of them, have very bad netcode. Like, say for example, Smash. I love Smash to death, but for the most part, everybody knows that Smash Online is trash. You can ask top players, you can ask casuals, you can ask anybody, and you'll know that online play with Smash is trash. Just like with Street Fighter, just like with Dragon Ball, basically with all these games. And it's kind of got people wondering, like, why would they, if they do this, and it's kind of like, it's a good thing and a bad thing, because the good things is if the tournament goes through and they decide to go with these online tournaments, and it shows how bad the net play is, and that's gonna it's gonna bring a lot of questions, like, why didn't they fix this netcode? Because people have been asking for these fixes when it comes to the online play for a very long time, with the introduction of rollback, which is basically like the better version of net play, because mostly all these games up here are delay-based netcode, which is not the right way to go. Like, you can ask anybody about that. But and if this is a well-known tournament, so if people watching this tournament is kind of just like, it gets you like, why are they hosting this, and why are they posting this knowing that how bad these games online is? So basically, it'll get, I guess, the devs or the creators of these games to fix it. But the bad is how the publicity, or how the public image of Evo 2020 will be if something bad like this actually happens. Because this is a well-known tournament. This is you would expect them to have the highest quality and entertainment for everybody involved. You feel me? Like, I wouldn't want to be watching grand finals of Street Fighter or Tekken, and both players are on their last bit of health, about to go for the finishing blow, and then all of a sudden the game lags out. You feel me? The game lags out, and it's a disconnection. It's a difference between being like when your controller disconnects, or something happens internally with, like, basically with the system or whatever, because basically you just run that whole thing back. It's not a big issue. But online, you don't have that opportunity, so you have to start the whole set over again, and it's not anybody's fault. You feel me? So it's not anybody's fault, because it's online. This is what you expect to happen, especially considering the fact that most of these players, the top players, are not even in America. Most of the top players, like for Tekken and Street Fighter, they're on the other side of the planet. They're in Japan, they're in Korea, they're in Europe, they're in Pakistan. Like, they're on the other side of the planet. So you obviously know that the code, or in general the net play, in contrast to being in North America, and how far the distance is not going to be good. All right, like we know this is not going to be good, especially considering the fact that we have the grimy players. I'm not going to try to say, you know, but bruh, there's a thing called lag switches, bruh. There's a lot of ways to manipulate net play. So if anybody wants to join, or it's kind of just like if they allow like not just top players, just casual players to join into the tournaments, there's a lot of ways in general, like a lot of people, they can basically manipulate the net play to get further in bracket, to basically just cheat their way through the bracket. Because it's not like you can actually figure out who's doing what, considering the fact that there's so many people joining the tournaments. So my thoughts on this is kind of just like, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Like if this does happen and it decides to be in a wreck, which everybody expects this to be, it can show how much the online and the net play needs to be fixed for these games.
Taking full stage control and just diving off, throwing caution to the wind.
You can see him going.
Take a quick pause in the action in the northeast region between Seth and iSnacks and let you guys know, during this viewing, you might see a little bit of a slowdown or buffering, but do not worry. The players aren't seeing that. That's not affecting them, and that will not affect the VODs afterwards, of course. A lot of levers and pullers being switched right now. And take a look at the first two matches between Seth and iSnacks. So game two, a huge comeback is what we saw right.
You feel me? Like this is not, even now you can watch a lot of these tournaments, you see a lot of top players and like a lot of well-known players in the community complaining about how bad the online is. And it's not like they're not going to stop competing. You feel me? This is their jobs. This is what they do. They compete for the money. They compete for the income. It's not that they can literally stop what they're doing. You know, like this is their job. Just like how everybody else has their job. They make their living off of this. And to be cheated or to be screwed over because of the net play and not even by your own skill, you know, not to say that's an excuse, but online in general has a huge impact on how people play, because the delay is actually there. It's noticeable. You know, it's not like that's why people play online. That's why people play offline. You know, that's why we don't have online tournaments for important stuff like this, like things that are going to be streamed all across the country, things that are going to be shown on Twitch and on YouTube and all these huge websites. This is supposed to bring in money, supposed to bring in revenue. And if this messes up, this can be bad for everybody. You feel me? So I'm just like, my thoughts on it is kind of just like, you know, like, man, it's not like, you know, I have any say in this, but I feel like a lot of people would agree with me. It was kind of just like, you know, it's kind of weird instead of fully canceling it, because I don't want it to be canceled. You feel me? Like I actually was looking forward to the Marvel vs. Capcom 2, the Invitational, with all the best players, with Yipes, Duck Doe, Justin Wong, because Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was lit. You feel me? And that's probably the only game that has net play dealing with like with emulators and whatever. So that game can actually hold, and it's actually well made. So I'm like, I'm not really worried about that. You feel me? Because that's just like an invitation. That's like something special for the 20th anniversary. But considering the fact that they have all these games up here, the opportunity for things to go bad is a very high probability. It's a very high chance, you know? So I don't want anything bad to happen, because, you know, this can probably bring down the, you know, the reputation of Evo. You know, it affects everybody, you feel me? And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I want to talk about. It's just, it's a weird time right now. You know, I guess they have to, you know, they can't just, because I was actually planning on going this year. I bought my ticket and everything, and I was so mad when they said, we're going to be refunded. I'm just like, man, you dick. Like, I'm like, man, whatever, bro. The first time I decide to go, you feel me, it gets canceled, but, you know, CV would do that to you. But, yeah, that was just basically my opinion on it. Hopefully things will go, like, I don't want to be a pessimist about this. Hopefully things will go the right way, you know, hopefully. But as long as they're, in general, as long as there is online with a fighting game tournament, there's going to be some problems, all right? Like, I'm not just being realist about this, you feel me? Like, it's not like most of these games up here have rollback, because most of them don't. Street Fighter has some sort of implemented rollback, but it's done so poorly that it makes no difference. In general, even with the distance, it's still going to be a problem, because distance affects online play also, you feel me? It's like, it's not anybody's fault, you know, if you're playing somebody from Korea or Pakistan or Japan or Europe, and we're over here, you know, it's just the distance. Like, you know, it's not about how bad somebody's internet is in that aspect. It's just about the distance. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Hopefully they get everything figured out. Thanks for listening. I'll be posting this on YouTube and Facebook. I'll actually be streaming consistently now. I have like everything set up. I bought my new laptop, so I'll be able to stream from there. I got the editing equipment. So I'm basically streaming every night from like 11 p.m. to 12. I'm like, degenerate hours. You know, I like streaming, lurking. I like to lurk. So basically I'll just be streaming there, streaming variety stuff. That's I'm going to be streaming Skullgirls, I think, this week, and probably I will be doing a blind playthrough of Undertale. Like, I know about stands, I know about the memes, but I never actually fully played Undertale. So this will basically be my first time playing Undertale. If you want to join me with that, I'll be playing at twitch.tv/Shananani. I'll leave the link in the description below, and I'll leave a link to the descriptions of the squad. So thanks for listening. I really do appreciate all the support that y'all give me. You know, I'm trying to do better with this, and I'll see y'all next video. Peace.
Yo, you wanna learn how to do a fucking infinite? I'ma teach your motherfucking bitch ass. Easiest shit in the motherfucking Marvel 3, Marvel 2. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Iron Man. Alright, jump up in the air, hit up fucking heavy kick, nigga. And then this motherfucking light punch, medium punch, light kick, heavy punch. Hold diagonal whichever way you fucking going. You only hit X fucking up, motherfucking heavy kick. You can't do it on the ground, motherfucker. That shit don't work. Let's start this motherfucker off right. Ow, 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 ow. Drop that shit. What are you doing, motherfucker? Ow, ow. How's it taste? Keep the rhythm up. If you fuck up the rhythm, the motherfucking combo will drop, motherfucker. Keep that motherfucking shit up. You keep that same motherfucking rhythm. If you drop this motherfucker, then it will not be motherfucking cool. You can cancel it out into motherfucking heavy punch ultra. But I ain't gonna do that shit. Ah! It drops after motherfucking 59 hits, motherfucker. That shit's crazy. 54 and 55. When you're doing it in the corner, don't hold straight diagonal. After motherfucking 2 to 4 hits, it'll drop. Just like that. Let's see it again. One motherfucking, oh, fuck, oh.